A few years ago, I found myself sitting in a quiet hospital waiting room. My hands were cold. My stomach was twisted in knots. The doctor hadn't even come in yet. But my body had already responded. No disease. No diagnosis. Just stress. But that day changed something for me. Because I realized my gut was feeling things my brain hadn't even processed yet. And maybe you felt it too? The butterflies before a big decision. The loss of appetite when grief hits. The sudden nausea when life gets overwhelming. It's not your imagination. It's your second brain, sending signals. And in today's journey, we're going to decode that language together. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for joining me. Whether you're here out of curiosity, discomfort, or a quiet hope to feel better, this space is for you. We're about to explore one of the most profound truths about our body and mind. A truth that's been hiding in plain sight. So let's take this journey, slowly, gently, and deeply. Let me first introduce you to the guide behind this work, Dr. Emeran Mayer, a renowned gastroenterologist and neuroscientist. Dr. Mayer has spent more than 40 years studying something most doctors overlook: the relationship between the mind, the gut, and everything in between. He's not just a scientist. He's a bridge builder between ancient wisdom and modern biology, showing us how our thoughts, emotions, and even childhood experiences shape our digestive health. In the Mind-Gut Connection, Dr. Mayer takes us beyond symptom relief. He opens a door to understanding why we feel the way we feel, why some of us carry anxiety in our stomachs, why healing our digestion can help heal our lives. This book offers you not just knowledge but hope. If you've ever felt foggy, anxious, bloated, or just disconnected from yourself, this book is a mirror. And today we'll walk through it together. To help you not just understand, but live this knowledge, we'll explore each part of the book in clear, connected sections with real-life analogy, so we can really soak in the insights and apply them to our everyday lives. Part 1. The second brain you never knew you had. Let's begin with something mind-blowing. Place your hand gently on your stomach. Right there, just below your ribs. That space, where you felt knots of nervousness before a big moment. Where you felt emptiness during heartbreak. Where you felt butterflies when something beautiful is about to happen. That place isn't just your stomach, it's your second brain. Yes, you heard that right. And no, this isn't poetry. It's science. Inside your gut lives a complex, intricate, intelligent system called the enteric nervous system. A vast network made up of more than 100 million neurons. More neurons than the spinal cord. More than many animals even have in their brains. This second brain doesn't help you think logically or solve math equations. But it does something far more primal. Feels, remembers, reacts. And often, it does this faster than your actual brain can catch up. Real-life analogy. Let's say you're walking into a job interview. You haven't even opened the door yet. But your palms are sweaty. Your heart is pounding. And your stomach is in knots. What? Because before your conscious mind could even process the situation, your gut already sensed tension. It signaled your body to get ready, to be alert, to prepare for threat or rejection. It wasn't just nerves. It was your second brain reading the room before you even stepped into it. This connection isn't built overnight. In fact, it begins in the womb. The moment we're conceived, our brain and our gut develop from the same embryonic tissue. They stay connected, intimately, constantly, by the vagus nerve, like a live telephone line running from your brainstem down to your belly. And here's the part that will give you goosebumps. If a child grows up in fear, let's say in a home full of yelling, emotional neglect, or unpredictability, that child doesn't just cry emotionally. They often begin to suffer from stomach aches, constipation, diarrhea, or food sensitivities. The body remembers what the mind can't express. That means your gut is not a passive organ. It is your emotional journal. It logs everything you've ever felt, especially the things you never said out loud. Most of us grow up thinking of digestion as something purely mechanical. Eat food, break it down, get nutrients, remove waste. End of story, right? But Dr. Emeran Mayer shows us it's so much more. Your gut is like the backstage of a grand theater, where hundreds of invisible processes are choreographed beautifully. by thoughts, emotions, past traumas, and subconscious memories. Let's go even deeper, human to human. Have you ever experienced a breakup where you couldn't eat for days? Or a time of loss where your stomach felt heavy, sick, unwell, without any infection? That was your gut responding to emotional reality. And this isn't limited to grief. Even excitement, a long-awaited reunion, a first date, the birth of a child, can bring butterflies or digestion changes. Why? Because your second brain doesn't need your permission to feel. Just feels. Silently. Deeply. Honestly. Brain to gut, gut to brain, a two-way highway. Dr. Mayer explains that the connection between our brain and our gut is bidirectional. It's not a one-way street. Your thoughts affect your digestion, and your digestion affects your thoughts. If your gut microbiome is imbalanced, it can lead to mood swings, anxiety, even depression. And if your thoughts are constantly racing, anxious, or fearful, your digestion suffers. It's like a loop. Worry affects your gut, gut gets inflamed, inflammation affects your brain, brain feels more anxious, and the cycle continues. So, you can't heal the mind without the gut. And you can't heal the gut without the mind. Real-life application tip. Next time you feel anxious, don't just ask, "What am I thinking?" Ask, "What is my gut feeling?" Place your hand there. Breathe slowly. Let it speak to you. Try journaling what comes up. Is there a situation you're avoiding? An emotion you've suppressed? Start listening. Because the gut is wise. It speaks in sensations when words fall short. Now that we've uncovered the incredible intelligence of your second brain, you might be wondering, if my gut is this powerful, what's happening inside it? Who else lives there? What's affecting how it communicates? In the next part, we step deeper into the hidden universe inside your body. The microbiome, a world of trillions of organisms shaping not just your digestion but your mood, immunity, and destiny. Part 2, your microbiome, your inner ecosystem. Now that we know your gut is a thinking organ, let's meet its community. Meet the microbiome. Your gut isn't just a hollow tube digesting food. It's a living rainforest, filled with bacteria, viruses, fungi, and microbes that interact with each other and with you, every single moment. This is your gut microbiome. And it's not just living inside you. It's shaping your health, your emotions, even your personality. Yes, you heard that right. There are more microbial cells in your body than human cells. You are, quite literally, more microbe than man. And these microbes? They're not invaders. They're your teammates. Real-life analogy, the party guests. Imagine hosting a party. If you invite kind, joyful guests who bring good food and good vibes, the energy of the party lifts everyone's mood. People laugh, dance, connect. But if you invite toxic people, who yell, gossip, and break furniture, the whole room becomes anxious, tense, maybe even destructive. That's exactly what happens in your gut. Feed it processed foods, sugar, and chemicals, and you invite the wrong crowd. Bad bacteria that cause inflammation, fatigue, and low moods. Feed it natural, fibrous, fermented foods, and you build a village of microbes that support your immunity, focus, and joy. That means, your microbes don't just live in your gut, they whisper to your brain. In fact, 90% of your serotonin, the feel-good hormone, is made in your gut, not your head. So if your microbiome is unhealthy, it doesn't just lead to bloating or indigestion. It can lead to anxiety, brain fog, sadness, even depression. Real-life tip you can use today. Start adding one gut-loving food to your daily meals. Yogurt or curd, sauerkraut, kimchi, or fermented veggies. Garlic, banana, oats, or apples, they feed the good bacteria. And here's a simple bonus tip. Eat slowly. Chew properly. Don't multitask. Because when you eat in peace, you create peace within. So now we know. Your gut has a brain, and it has an army of bacteria that influence your feelings, focus, and emotional strength. But what weakens this inner system the most? Chronic stress. In the next section, we'll uncover how stress doesn't just cloud your mind. It destroys the harmony in your gut, silently, daily, powerfully. Let's explore how the thoughts you carry may be shaping the body you live in. Part 3, Stress, the Silent Destroyer. Let's pause for a second. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. and let it out slowly. Now ask yourself, when was the last time I truly felt calm? Not just on the outside, but deep inside, where your breath slows and your stomach isn't tight. For most of us it's been a while, because stress is no longer something we experience once in a while. It has become the background music of our lives. And here's the hard truth Dr. Mayer reveals. While your mind tries to ignore stress, your gut never does. The brain sends distress signals to the gut, telling it to tighten, to slow digestion, to brace for danger. The gut, in response, becomes inflamed. It stops absorbing nutrients efficiently. It slows down or speeds up digestion. It signals back to the brain, something's wrong. And just like that, you feel low energy, poor focus, irregular bowel movements, mood swings, and you may not even realize stress is the root cause. Real-life analogy, the fire alarm that never stops. Imagine living in a house with a fire alarm that keeps going off every 10 minutes, even when there's no fire. Eventually you stop reacting, but your body doesn't. Your body keeps preparing for emergency over and over again. That's chronic stress. Your gut thinks you're always in danger, so it stops healing. It stops resting. It simply survives. But healing requires safety. Stress and leaky gut. Dr. Mayer talks about a condition you may have never heard of, leaky gut. When under constant stress, the tight walls of your intestines start to loosen. Tiny gaps open up. Toxins, bacteria, and undigested food particles leak into your bloodstream, and your immune system goes into attack mode. You might not feel it immediately, but over time, this leads to inflammation, food sensitivities, autoimmune issues, and mental fog. That means, stress doesn't just affect your mind, it physically damages your gut. And a damaged gut, in turn, damages your peace. Real-life application tip: create a calm ritual. Start your morning with stillness, not a screen. Sit for 3 minutes. Hands on your stomach. Breathe in deeply. Tell your body, you're safe. You're not in danger. You are supported. This may sound simple, but it rewires the mind-gut loop. And over time, it builds internal safety, the foundation for true healing. We've now seen how powerful your gut is, and how stress is its silent enemy. But what if the food you eat, the timing, the environment, the intention behind it, could heal this broken system? In the next part, we'll explore how to eat with your gut in mind, not just to avoid disease, but to build joy, focus, and long-term energy. Let's rediscover the sacred power of food together. Part 4. Food, the messages on your plate. Take a moment and picture your last meal. Did you eat while scrolling? Did you chew slowly, or was it a rush between tasks? Did you feel nourished, or just full? Because here's the truth Dr. Mayer reveals. Food is not just fuel. It's information. It tells your gut and your brain how to feel, how to behave, how to respond to the world. So in this part, we're not just talking about what you eat. We're diving into how, when, and why you eat. Because your gut listens to all of it. Your gut loves simplicity. Your gut microbiome doesn't need a gourmet menu. It needs consistency, diversity, and natural ingredients. Dr. Mayer recommends whole, unprocessed foods, what your great-grandparents would recognize. Fiber-rich plants, fruits, vegetables, legumes, whole grains. Fermented foods, like yogurt, kefir, pickles, kimchi, they bring good bacteria to the gut party. Healthy fats, nuts, seeds, olive oil, avocados. These aren't just trends. They feed the good microbes. They soothe inflammation. They create serotonin. They heal your brain through your belly. Real-life analogy, your gut as a garden. Imagine your gut as a garden. Every meal is a choice. Will you plant seeds that grow into peace, clarity, and joy? Or will you pour in chemicals that dry the soil and invite weeds? Highly processed, sugar-loaded, artificially flavored foods don't just taste addictive. They starve your good bacteria and feed the bad ones. And over time the garden wilts, not just in your gut, but in your mood, energy, and thinking. That means, you're not just eating for taste. You're eating for your mental health. Gut-harming habits to avoid. Dr. Mayer gently warns us against these everyday habits that slowly damage gut-brain harmony. Eating under stress, digestion shuts down. Late night eating, your gut needs rest just like your brain. The mindless snacking confuses your hormones, overworks the gut. Even the environment matters. So next time you eat, try this. Turn off the TV. Put down the phone. Smell your food. Chew slowly. Say a quiet thank you to the farmers, the earth, and your body. Yes, gratitude is good for digestion too. Real-life tips you can start today. Add 1 fermented food a day, curd, homemade pickles, or kombucha. Include 3 different colors of vegetables on your plate. Eat your meals at the same time each day. Your gut loves routine. Practice slow eating, 15 minutes of focused, undistracted meals. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be present. By now you've seen the magic hidden in your gut. The brain it holds, the emotions it remembers, the bacteria it nurtures, and the food it transforms into feeling. But there's one more piece left. Your mindset, your intentions, your beliefs about your body and health. They shape everything. Let's move to our next part. Part 5. Mindfulness, the biology of stillness. Mindfulness isn't just a spiritual concept. It's a biological signal. One that tells your gut, the danger has passed. You're okay. When you slow your breath, chew slowly, or meditate, you literally shift your nervous system. From fight or flight to rest and digest. That means, stillness isn't laziness. It's medicine. Real-life tip. Before your first bite, close your eyes. Take 3 breaths. Thank your body. This small ritual transforms your digestion and mood, daily. In the next and final part, we'll tie it all together. Let's revisit what we've learned and explore how to bring this into real life, sustainably, gently, and powerfully. Revision. What we've learned. Let's gently gather what we've explored together. Part 1. The gut has a mind of its own. We began with a stunning truth, that your gut is not just an organ. It is a second brain. It remembers trauma. It senses safety. It processes not only food, but emotion. You now know that this second brain communicates directly with your head through the vagus nerve, silently shaping your moods, decisions, and well-being every day. Part 2. Your microbiome, your inner ecosystem. We then stepped into the microbial universe inside you. A rainforest of living beings that either heal you or harm you. The foods you eat, the thoughts you think, the environment you live in, all shape this inner ecosystem. You're not just feeding yourself. You're feeding trillions of life forms that affect your sleep, your skin, your energy, and your joy. Part 3. Stress, the silent destroyer. We explored how stress isn't just mental noise. It creates physical chaos. It weakens your gut lining. It disrupts your microbiome. And it blocks the signals of peace your body tries to send you. Chronic stress leads to chronic inflammation. But the good news is, safety can be rebuilt. Through breath, stillness, presence. Part 4. Eating for a healthy gut-brain connection. Finally, we looked at food not just as fuel, but as language. A conversation between you and your gut. Between the outer world and your inner peace. Simple, natural, diverse foods, eaten slowly, joyfully, mindfully, can be the most powerful medicine you'll ever give yourself. Part 5. Mindfulness, the biology of stillness. Stillness and breath are your body's natural healers. Use them. Real-life wisdom you can carry forward. Start your morning with 3 deep breaths and stillness before eating. Add 1 gut-loving food daily, fermented, colorful, whole. Notice what foods make you feel light and what makes you feel heavy. Eat without distractions. Make meals sacred. Journal what your gut feels, not just what your mind thinks. These are not big steps, but they are true steps. If you take nothing else from this journey, take this. You are not broken. You are not too sensitive. You're simply human, living in a body that remembers, feels, and longs to heal. Your gut has always been speaking. This book just taught us how to listen. This book reminded us that the gut and brain are not separate. They are lovers, best friends, and lifelong dance partners. So be kind to your gut. Protect it. Feed it with love. And most of all, listen to it. So from this moment forward, may you trust your belly, honor your feelings, and nourish the life inside you. Because the real connection isn't just mind to gut. It's you to yourself. Thank you for taking this journey with me. This was the Mind-Gut Connection by Dr. Emeran Mayer. Until next time, be well, be kind, be whole. Thank you.